it's Monday. You know that paper that I was talking about in the last video about, you know, Hamilton and Lawrence and gay things? I have officially finished the first draft of that, and I'm currently working my way through the second. The first draft was 10 pages long, and I worked on, like, revising the new draft for, like, 2.5 hours today, and my paper somehow gained 2 entire new pages in length. I don't even know what's happening anymore, but, yeah. And, if you think I'm gonna be done with this sucker after the second draft, no. I'm probably gonna do, like, 3 more drafts, and honestly, a peer review if I can get it. The problem is, my thesis is supposed to be comparing Hamilton the musical and how they handle the Hamilton-Lawrence relationship to how it probably went down in real life, but, like, once I started actually writing the real-life parts, I got distracted by the gay, and so, like, I forgot to actually write in comparisons to the musical, so I need to go back and do that. And also, throughout the entire thing, I was, like, using pronouns because I was just trying to get my ideas out there in a somewhat sensical way, and I just generally used a bunch of non-academic language, so I need to, like, go back and revise everything and make it more essay-like, I guess. And I still need to think of a title for the thing, and I need to add a bibliography, because, like, the thing is, some of my quotes are, like, from songs from Hamilton, so, like, you think that I would just credit Lynn, but, like, they came from, like, lyric sharing websites, so, like, do I just paste the link and be like, it came from this website, or do I, like, have to credit the people who contributed the lyrics? And then, like, I also quote one of Lynn's tweets, like, how do you cite a tweet? Is that, like, a thing that's been officially standardized yet? Like, how? I find it amusing that when I'm doing something that's required for a grade and that I have a specific deadline set on, I'm just trying to get it done as soon as possible so that I can get back to my life. But when I'm working on something like this paper where, like, it's, like, no one's ever going to read it and I just have as much time as I want to just work on it, I put in, like, a stupid amount of effort to get just right this thing that no one else is ever going to see or care about. Case in point. What else is happening in my life? I'm depressed. That's about it. But, like, when I say I'm depressed, I mean, like, I'm depressed. Like, and you're gonna be like, oh, but Molly, you're always depressed. No, like, it's really bad. It's been getting really bad over the past few weeks. I'm basically reverting back to 8th grade me, and, like, Abby and all my other Iowa friends, I know that the only time when you guys knew me was 8th grade me, so you probably have a fondness for 8th grade me, but, like, I kind of regret 8th grade me's entire existence, and she does not like that, and she is coming back with a vengeance. I'm pretty much always tired. I'm constantly irritated at, like, 90% of the people around me. I'm usually spaced out and can't focus on anything, especially in the morning, and then in the afternoon, it's more of, like, an irritation spaced out where my brain is, like, trying to shut itself down just to get away from all the annoying people. I'm being told that I'm being sassy and having a mouth with my parents when I'm literally just stating normal, truthful sentences in a 100% normal way with, like, no shade at all. And I never want to do anything that is not related to that stupid Hamilton and Lawrence essay. And for once, when I'm calling something that I created stupid, I don't actually mean that it's stupid. I'm actually somewhat proud of that stupid frickin' essay. I'm depressed, but I'm doing my best to hide it from my family members. People are getting irritated at me for reasons that I don't understand. I'm getting irritated at people for reasons that I don't understand. And I'm spending all of my free time writing an essay that no one else really cares about. I think I'm turning into Alexander Hamilton, and now I hate myself for making that comparison because Alexander Hamilton is 10,000 times more interesting and impactful than I am ever going to be in my life. I am depressed. All of that depression stuff that I just listed off was stuff that I experienced pretty much on a daily basis in 8th grade. Honestly, I don't even know how I survived 8th grade because now I'm just, like, mentally breaking, so I don't know how I got through an entire grade like that, but yeah, that happened. But now, all of that is back, but I'm also super anxious. So now, in addition to constantly wanting to drop-kick people off the planet, sleep, and or die, I also constantly want to crawl up in a ball in my room and cry for 1,000 bajillion years. yeah, I'm doing just frickin' fine. Thank you for asking. I think that's why I've been putting so much energy into this essay that no one is ever going to read, because it just gives me something to focus on, to devote energy to just do, to care about, which is something that I'm thoroughly lacking at school, because we rarely ever get actual enjoyable assignments. Plus, I don't really have the escape outlets for this kind of stuff that I usually do at school, because, like, there's books, but, like, right now the only thing that I don't have any new books to read, and the only thing I want to reread right now is, like, John Green books, but, like, I don't know, his books have just been depressing me severely lately. Like, getting through Alaska was really hard. That wasn't a fun time. Catherine's was alright, because Catherine's is probably his most lighthearted book that he's ever written. And Paper Towns, it's okay, but, like, Marco's dragging me back to places that I don't want to go. I can sometimes use art, but other times drawing just makes it worse, because, like, it can help because it gives me something to focus on, to put energy into once again, but, like, other times, like, I'll just start hating every single line that I draw on the page, and it'll just make it so much unbelievably worse. In middle school, I had a band and choir. They were, like, because you often hear, like, just seeing in black and white as, like, used as a metaphor for depression. It's so accurate, because you can't care about anything no matter how hard you try. The world everything just feels like it's passing by and you have no influence. Band and choir in middle school were the two classes that could actually bring back the color, because I'm really passionate about music, and it was just so good to get to be in there and make music with people. It was awesome, but I can't escape through band and choir at this school, because no one who's actually in those classes takes them because they're passionate about music or they care about it. They're just taking it because they don't want to take another class, or they don't want to take a class where they have homework, so they just take band and choir. It's literally a joke. It's like a joke. They're like joke classes at the school. And, like, I can't escape through music here, because everyone is just a sarcastic little shit who never tries at anything, and who just sits there hating and hating and hating on everything we do, all the music we're doing, all the choreography we're doing, and then I start doing it. This school is not a good place for me to be in this mental state, because it's just a place of constant deprecation. And I need to be somewhere where people actually like things, but that's just not this fucking town. I kind of want to talk to the school counselor about this, considering that, like, for the past 3 weeks, every single weekday, I have almost broken down crying at least once. That's not normal, I don't think. But the problem is, I don't want to just, like, go in the middle of class, because if I miss class, that's just gonna stress me out more and make everything so much worse. So, like, I kind of want to go in after school, but I want to check to see if that's okay, but I don't want to, like, go in during a passing time, because I don't want to risk being late to class. So then I tried to email her, because that's the next logical step, right? Well, the little directory of emails that I, like, have with my email account that has the emails of everyone in the entire friggin' school doesn't have the email of the guidance counselor. You know, the person that, like, you know, kids who are in bad mental states might try to reach out to. You can't email her, because her email doesn't pop up in the friggin' thing, so if you don't know what it is, you can't email her. Because that's friggin' convenient, isn't it, kids? I don't want to tell my parents about all this, because then I know that the next step is going to be taking me to, like, therapy and getting me medicine, and, like, admittedly, I probably need those things, but, like, not only is that a whole scary process that I don't even want to start right now, that's going to cost them a lot of money, and I fucking hate costing my parents money, because I know that they can't afford half the shit that they have to buy for me. So, yeah, I'm slowly dying inside, and can't really talk to anyone who could actually do something positive about it. And, this video script, like, just hit a page of script, and I've told myself that it would be 2 pages long, so now I have to find a new topic to talk about, because if I keep talking about this, I'm probably going to break down crying on camera, and y'all don't want to see that, and I don't want to have to edit that, so new topic in 3, 2, 1, go. Pokemon! Ultra Necrozma is the worst boss fight that I've ever freaking seen, and could it please go jump in a hole and die? Thank you. People who don't know Pokemon, you're probably going to get, like, really lost in this part of the video, because I start talking about, like, stats and friendship levels and Pokemon types. I'm sorry. I'm just too lazy to explain all of this in detail right now, so just roll with it. So, when I got to the Ultra Necrozma fight, my team was levels 47 to 49. But I'm pretty sure that I was under-leveled for this point in the game, and I was just too lazy to grind. So, let's just assume that, like, if someone else were to get there, their team would be, like, low 50s or something. Ultra Necrozma is level 60. Why? Because screw you, that's why. To add insult to injury, Ultra Necrozma is equipped with the ability Neuroforce, which boosts super effective moves by 25%. It also comes with this special, like, aura thing that, like, boosts all its stats when it goes into battle, because, you know, that's frickin' fair. But even before the aura jacks it up, Ultra Necrozma has the 6th highest base stat total in the entire game and the 10th highest base special attack, and 3 out of its 4 moves are special, and 2 of those moves get same type attack bonus. Kill me now! And that's exactly what Ultra Necrozma did. It just murdered my team, and I had absolutely no say in the matter. So then I got to grind for an hour and a half to level 55, because I felt like going straight to 60 might be a bit of overkill, and I didn't feel like spending all that additional time grinding. The thing is, my team is actually somewhat equipped to handle Ultra Necrozma type-wise, because Ultra Necrozma is Psychic Dragon. For the Psychic typing, I have 2 Dark types on my team, 1 Bug type, and a Gumshoes with Crunch and the ability Strong Jaw, which boosts biting moves. And for the Dragon typing, my starter is a Primarina, and it has a very good special attack, and Moonblast, which is like a 95 base damage special move. And I give it the Choice Specs, which boost special attack, but at the cost of you only being able to use 1 move, which, like, of course I was going to use Moonblast on the dang thing. What else would I use? So that was a no-brainer. The only Pokemon on my team that wasn't very useful for the fight was my Pelipper, which, like, honestly, I don't even know why that thing's still on my team other than pure sentimental value at this point, but I will be damned if I am getting rid of it. I go into this fight, I've grinded, my team's higher levels, I gave them all a bunch of items that I thought would be useful. I think we're good to go. I still have to soft reset my game 3 stupid times just to beat this thing. Ugh. Honestly, I wouldn't even be that upset if you were even allowed to catch it, but, like, you're just straight up not allowed to catch it. Like, if this was, like, a difficult, like, legendary you get to catch it boss fight, I would be completely down for being level 60. That seems completely fair, but, like, for a boss fight for like a Pokemon that you're not allowed to catch, for a boss fight that you have to complete in order to progress the story, this seemed just a little bit overkill. Good example, Deoxys in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. That thing's like level 80 when you run into it, but, like, actually now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever, like, seen what happens if you lose to it. I think you might just have to go up into space again until you beat it, but, like, you're allowed to catch this level 80 monster that's being thrown in your face instead of just killing it, and that makes the fight feel more worthwhile, but, like, it just, having to kill this thing that's, like, so much higher level than you, probably either having to grind up a specific Pokemon just for this one fight, or having to grind your entire team to an insane level, it just feels really stupid. The only reason I won that fight is because I play Pokemon Refresh with my Pokemon a lot. Like, Pokemon Refresh is a stupid side game. Is it featured on the back of the box? No, it isn't. It was, like, pitched as one of the main mechanics of the original Sun and Moon, but, like, no one liked it by the time Ultra Sun came out, so they didn't even bother to put it on the back of the box. But, like, anyway, like, because when you play Pokemon Refresh with your Pokemon a whole bunch, it boosts their friendship, and, like, once a Pokemon's friendship gets to a certain level, it will start, like, surviving attacks that should have killed it. It's like a random chance thing that it'll happen sometimes. And the only reason I won that fight, I am convinced, is because my Pokemon kept surviving attacks that should have killed them with the power of friendship. That's straight up convinced. If that hadn't happened, if my Pokemon didn't have good friendship levels, I would not have won that fight. I would still be trying to beat it right now. I've seen a lot of people on the internet being like, Ultra Necrozma is the best first hard Pokemon boss fight ever, and I'm glad that it's here. Well, like, I remember someone even said that, like, this was the first, like, fight that had made someone feel genuinely scared for their Pokemon. Okay, if you're, like, doing, like, a Nuzlocke run, I can understand maybe feeling a little bit scared for your Pokemon. I do that, too. But, like, if you're just doing a normal playthrough, I don't think you're supposed to feel scared because the Pokemon are, like, fictional characters. Correction, they're fictional characters who can't die unless you decide to release them or do a Nuzlocke playthrough, but, like, I already established that this is, like, in the event that you didn't do a Nuzlocke, so, like, still, are you okay? I hate the type of people on the internet who are like, Pokemon is too easy nowadays. I miss the days back when the game was just a glitchy mess full of missing nodes and your game could crash or soft lock at random times that weren't even your fault. But, like, I will say that this game is kind of easy. Like I said, I was underleveled for where I think I was supposed to be in the game, and I was able to get to that part in the game just fine. I had to refight, like, some of the totems and other boss-ish fights, but, like, otherwise, it was pretty fine. So, like, I guess this game is kind of easy, maybe, but, like, when you take, I'm not saying that you can't put challenge into games that are easier, but, like, when you have a game that has up until now been very carefree, very chill, a little difficult, but, like, not super hard, and then all of a sudden you throw in this radically hard boss fight and the player has to go grind for, like, 2 hours to beat it, that's not fun, and it can't be very enjoyable for the game's target demographic. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is that I find this boss fight to be unnecessarily difficult and stupid, and I know that this commentary is like a year late for it to be even somewhat relevant, but I don't care. I don't really have an outro planned for this, so, thank you for listening to my random ramblings. I am depressed, and Abby, I will see you on Friday.